The Curse of Oak Island, a popular TV show, has gone missing without a trace on March 12th. Fans were expecting another thrilling episode filled with discoveries, theories, and suspense. But instead, there was silence. This sudden break raised eyebrows, as the show had religiously aired its episodes week after week. The sudden absence has ignited a firestorm of speculation, with fans scrambling to piece together the puzzle. What could have caused such a disruption? Did the team uncover something so extraordinary or so dangerous that they were forced to halt production? Or is this a calculated move to heighten anticipation and keep viewers on the edge of their seats? Social media exploded with theories almost instantly. Some fans speculated that the delay was due to a routine production issue, while others suggested something far more sinister. Could the team have stumbled upon a discovery so monumental that it required immediate secrecy? Rumors swirled about ancient artifacts, cryptic codes, or even a vault filled with untold riches. The absence of an official explanation only deepened the intrigue, leaving fans to wonder if this missing episode is a clue to something much larger, a revelation that could rewrite history. As the theories multiply, one thing is clear: the Oak Island mystery has entered uncharted territory. The missing episode has become a mystery within a mystery, a tantalizing cliffhanger that has fans demanding answers. With every passing day, the anticipation grows. What lies beneath Oak Island's soil, and what could be so significant that it forced the show to go silent? The world is watching, waiting, and wondering. Because on Oak Island, nothing is ever as it seems. The question that no one dares to ask is, what if the mystery is already solved? What if, after centuries of speculation and relentless digging, the greatest secret of Oak Island has finally been unearthed? And someone doesn't want us to know? Historically, Oak Island has been linked to everything from pirate loot to the Knights Templar's lost treasures. Some believe the island holds the Holy Grail, or even the Ark of the Covenant. If the Lagena brothers had found something tied to these legends, the implications would extend far beyond the show. Governments, historians, and religious organizations might all have a stake in the discovery, adding layers of complexity to how and when it's revealed. Could this missing episode be the calm before the storm? A deliberate pause to prepare for the biggest announcement in the show's history? Or is it a sign that the treasure hunt has taken a dangerous turn? The island's infamous curse claims that 7 men must die before the treasure is revealed. With 6 deaths already recorded, could the team be hesitant to push further? As fans dissect every clue and conspiracy, one thing is certain: the Oak Island mystery is far from over. Whether the missing episode is a marketing ploy, a production hiccup, or the precursor to a world-changing discovery, the anticipation is palpable. The Lagena brothers have spent years chasing this dream, and now the world waits with bated breath to see if they finally crack the code, or if the island has one last deadly secret to reveal. The Oak Island mystery is a complex and multifaceted one, with the Lagena brothers uncovering a treasure that could change history. The discovery raises questions about who else might be interested in such a discovery, as governments, religious organizations, and powerful institutions could all have a stake in controlling or suppressing what's been found. The sudden disappearance of an episode could be a sign that the team is navigating a minefield of legal battles, classified information, or even threats from shadowy entities determined to keep the truth hidden. Imagine the scenario where the team drills deeper into the money pit, only to uncover a chamber filled not with gold, but with ancient scrolls, maps, or artifacts that challenge everything we thought we knew about history. Such a discovery would not just be a ratings boost for the show, it would be a global event, sparking debates among historians, archaeologists, and governments. However, with great discoveries come great risks. If the treasure is as significant as some fear, the team could be facing unprecedented challenges. Legal battles over ownership, government intervention suggests the Romans may have been there too. The search for these artifacts was not easy, and it almost cost a man his life. Borehole 10X, a deep, dangerous, water-filled shaft, has been the focus of treasure hunters for decades. The borehole is 235 feet deep, with a narrow tunnel at the bottom. The tunnel is submerged in murky water, with zero visibility and a risk of getting stuck or worse. The Lagena brothers brought in professional divers Harvey Morash and Michael Gerhardt to explore the borehole. However, the plan to explore the borehole failed when Michael's communication system stopped working. They were 100 feet underwater, in complete darkness, with no signal or voice. The team on the surface had no idea if Michael was safe, and for the next 32 minutes, no one knew what was happening. Decompression stops were needed to prevent serious health risks, so they waited. Harvey dives into a tunnel at borehole 10X but finds no visibility and a drill bar. The team tries to find debris, old wooden structures, broken rocks, and random objects, but the legendary treasure chamber remains a mystery. They eventually find an unusual Roman artifact in Mahone Bay, off the coast of Oak Island. A rusted metal piece, a pulley, was found in the dirt, indicating it was part of a centuries-old treasure retrieval system. Charles Barkhouse brings an artifact that could change everything they thought they knew about Oak Island. A Roman sword had been discovered in Mahone Bay in the 19th century by a local family who had been illegally scalloping in the area. The sword was a bronze or brass weapon with an ornate design and a carving of Hercules, a symbol commonly associated with ancient Roman military decorations. Finding a Roman artifact in North America is unheard of, as the Romans never set foot anywhere near Oak Island. The team is determined to explore the area and uncover the secrets of the island. The discovery of a Roman sword on Oak Island, Canada, has sparked a tense debate among experts. Some believe it is proof of Roman presence, while others argue that it could have been brought by European collectors or through trade routes. To test the authenticity, experts at St. Mary's University in Halifax conducted a chemical analysis, revealing traces of copper, tin, lead, and arsenic consistent with ancient Roman bronze. However, the cast method did not fit Roman techniques, suggesting a later time period. Another theory suggested the sword might have been created in the 18th or 19th century, inspired by Roman designs, or even deliberately placed there by someone to add to the mystery of the island. A second opinion came from chemistry professor Christa Brosso, who found a high amount of zinc, which was not typically used in ancient Roman bronze. This led to the conclusion that the sword was modern brass, not ancient bronze. Comparisons to similar swords found in Europe also intensified the debate. Museums in Italy and Spain had almost identical swords, which had already been classified as replicas made in the 1800s. Some historians argued that the design had been copied from an actual ancient artifact, and the Oak Island sword was the original. The discovery has sparked one of the biggest controversies in Oak Island's history, with some experts insisted it was a modern fake, and others believed it still had the potential to be a genuine ancient artifact. Oak Island has been a subject of fascination for over 2 centuries, with treasure hunters and history buffs constantly discovering strange objects. One of the most significant discoveries is the discovery of Roman artifacts, which some claim to be Roman artifacts. The official story is that the Romans never set foot anywhere near North America, but multiple discoveries suggest otherwise. For example, Roman-style crossbow bolts were found on the island, matching the design of bolts used by the Roman military. Some argue they arrived via trade routes much later in history, possibly during the age of European exploration. Another theory suggests they could have visited this part of the world long before Columbus or the Vikings. The famous lead cross discovered at Smith's Cove is still debated, with some researchers suggesting it is linked to the Knights Templar, a mysterious order that supposedly traveled across the Atlantic to hide their treasures. Another interesting find is the inscribed stone known as the 90-foot stone, which mysteriously disappeared in the early 19th centuries. Surprisingly, the strange stone roads and platforms uncovered beneath Smith's Cove are not natural formations, but deliberately built by someone, possibly connected to ancient European engineering. A Roman coin was allegedly found near Oak Island, but no one knew exactly where it came from. The mysterious shipwreck detected near Mahone Bay is also a mystery, with sonar scans suggesting it is older than Columbus. However, the sheer number of unexplained artifacts and structures suggests someone was here long before the official timeline allows. Shocking discoveries instead of real answers. Share your opinion in the comments below and subscribe to our channel for more updates. The Lagena brothers have finally found gold on Oak Island, a small, tree-covered island off the coast of Nova Scotia. For over 200 years, treasure hunters have been obsessed with the island due to legends that it holds an incredible treasure, including gold, jewels, and ancient artifacts. However, the treasure has remained just out of reach until now. After a decade of high-tech exploration, heavy drilling, and following every possible clue, the Lagena brothers and their team have found actual proof that treasure might be closer than ever before. The team focused on borehole DN11.5, which was one of several carefully chosen drill sites based on previous discoveries and high-tech surveys. They had already encountered hints of man-made structures underground, so as the drill bit punched through the ground, all eyes were on the results. At around 90 feet deep, something unusual happened. The drill broke through into open space, meaning they found a void or empty chamber underground. This was a huge deal because natural underground voids are extremely rare in this area. If there is open space down there, someone put it there, and that someone may have been hiding treasure. To find out, the team called in geologist Terry Matheson to take a closer look. He observed that the void at DN 11.5 lined up perfectly with two other boreholes, DN 12.5 and DN 13.5, where previous drilling had also uncovered evidence of tunnels. That meant one thing. This was not just some random hole. They had discovered a part of a larger underground structure. To find out what was inside the newly discovered void, the team extracted core samples, or cylindrical chunks of earth and material pulled straight from the hole. As they examined the samples, they hit something solid. This was wood at 90 feet deep, which was man-made and almost certainly old. The team sent the sample to a lab for testing to confirm whether this wood came from a natural collapse, an old searcher tunnel, or something much older and more significant. The team at the Oak Island Interpretive Center conducted a lab test using an X-ray fluorescence spectrometer to detect tiny traces of elements in solid objects. They found that the wood contained common elements, but they also found gold. This was significant because wood does not randomly contain gold, meaning either it had been physically touching the wood at some point in the past, or water containing dissolved gold had soaked into the wood over time. The team now has a clear direction for their next move, as finding gold in the wood confirms that something valuable is buried in this area. With evidence from boreholes DN 11.5, DN 12.5, and DN 13.5 all lining up, they have a clear direction for their next move. The team plans to continue drilling and pulling up samples to find the legendary Oak Island treasure. They have also found gold in the old shaft, which was originally over 80 feet deep, abandoned, and barely standing. Recent tests had detected high traces of gold in the surrounding water, meaning that something valuable could be nearby. If gold was in the water, it could be coming from an undiscovered treasure vault. Dumas Contracting Limited was responsible for the excavation and aimed to drill 12 probe holes, 3 per wall, to search for any signs of man-made structures or valuable materials. Brandon Vanderhooft from Dumas guided the crew through the process, targeting a specific depth where past drilling had hit a 10-foot wide underground void just southwest of the shaft. As the powerful hydraulic earth drill cut through the walls of the shaft, it moved effortlessly through soil and clay, but then punched into open space. That's where they found another void, right where they expected it. This was not a natural cavity in the ground, but a tunnel or chamber. The discovery immediately made the team wonder if this was a collapsed hiding place for treasure or a connection to the money pit. To confirm whether this was a man-made void, the drill pulled up chunks of material like soil, clay, and something else. It was found that this was buried timber, meaning a structure once existed down there. If gold in the water had also seeped into the wood over time, they were officially on the right path. The Lagena brothers discovered gold in a wood on Oak Island, marking a significant discovery in their long-standing treasure hunt. Emma Culligan, the team's archaeometallurgist, used an X-ray fluorescence spectrometer to scan the wood, detecting even the smallest traces of metals. The gold detected in the wood measured at 0.11% concentration, which is significant as gold is one of the rarest elements in nature. This was direct evidence of gold being nearby, and the team realized they were not just chasing legends anymore. The garden shaft was an active lead, with a 10-foot void nearby, potentially a treasure chamber, and gold traces in the water suggesting something valuable underground. The gold was confirmed in the wood, meaning gold objects had been in contact with this structure. The team also found the mysterious gold brooch a few seasons ago, which they believed was made of gold, but were not sure. To confirm its composition, Marty, Alex, and Craig took the artifact to St. Mary's University in Halifax for detailed analysis. Dr. Krista Brosseau and her colleague Dr. Xiang Yang used a scanning electron microscope to examine the chemical composition of the metal at a microscopic level. As the analysis progressed, the results were clear that the brooch really contained gold. The gold was found in specific areas, suggesting that parts of the brooch were either gold-plated or had significant gold content. Alongside gold, traces of copper were also detected, indicating that the piece may have been crafted using mixed metals. The presence on Oak Island raised new theories, such as it coming from a wealthy European traveler or noble family, being lost, discarded, or hidden centuries ago, or possibly part of a larger treasure hoard belonging to pirates or secretive groups like the Freemasons or Knights Templar. Some speculated it could have come from a shipwreck washing ashore with other valuable cargo. The gold traces were also detected in the surrounding area, suggesting that gold was not just found on a single artifact, but could be buried nearby. The Lagena brothers are close to uncovering the legendary riches long rumored to be hidden on Oak Island.